Hi Leos, Trishna here. Welcome to your October 2021 Love, Psychic, and Tarot reading. So what I'm feeling for you, Leo, for October 2021 is I feel like in love, your energy feels very scattered. I also feel a little bit of sadness or disappointment or worry. And Leos, this is a general reading, but I feel like for the majority of you, if you're feeling sad or distant or like you're apart from your partner, I do feel like, or like something is not working out. That's how you feel, or you feel like you're about to lose something. For most Leos, I do feel like a lot of that may actually be in your head, and you may be worrying about something more than you need to. And if you are dating a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, then maybe check out the Taurus reading because the reading's different, but somewhat related in the sense that they're going through some kind of situation in their relationship and they are worried about it as well. So it might be worth checking that out. Sorry about that. Okay, so your energy feels scattered, and I feel like there's a lot of whatever issues or concerns or sadness that you're feeling, a lot of it is likely in your head, and check out the Taurus video. Okay, I do feel like for a smaller subset of you, that if you are not just concerned that your partner is cheating, because if you're concerned and it's just something that's a thought that's crossed your mind, I do think it's in your head. But if you've been feeling this way for a while and you feel like you've noticed like actual behavioral changes, or you've picked up on something that really seems off, and you know it's more than a feeling, like you're pretty clear on that, then I do think there is a chance that you are right, that your partner is actually cheating on you. And so there's probably a lot of things that you don't know, but you're pretty sure, like, or that you've figured out a few things. So for those of you, because again, like if you knew, then you would already know. But for those of you who have a strong inkling that your partner is cheating on you, I do feel like you're more than likely correct. And I feel like you will get your answer by the end of this month. I feel like you will get very clear indications, or maybe even them admitting it, or maybe like in your face kind of evidence that showcases that. For those of you who are dealing with that, I'm very sorry to hear that. I will say, though, that I feel like if that is the case for you, if this is resonating for you, or if this is how your love life is currently going to be playing out for you, I do feel like you, when that happens, sure, there'll be a shock and like a feeling of sadness from that, of course, but I feel like for the most part, you're going to feel like good riddance, like, and not even in a sour grapes kind of way. Like you're actually going to feel like, no, actually that's good riddance. Like I'm glad that they're just like leaving my life and they're giving me a good reason to kick them out the door kind of situation. So sorry to hear that, Leo, for those of you that this applies to you, but it seems like you're actually going to be okay with that. There's going to be the initial shock, but I think after that, you're just going to be like, oh, good riddance. All right, Leo. So looking into the Oracle cards is what we're actually going to be using this month. The cards are very interesting because they actually go against a lot of what I was picking up in the intuitive reading. So if the intuitive reading didn't apply to you, then maybe the Oracle card reading will. So you're kind of getting two readings in one video. But the first card that we have is the Elk card. And I feel like what this is trying to say is that you are maybe considering looking at greener pastures. You're looking at your current relationship and it's really just not where it needs to be, not where you thought it would be. There's something about it that doesn't really quite feel good to you, or like you're in the right place or with the right person. It feels like it might be time for you to move on. This card is really sharing that you're kind of looking at the relationship and really looking at it and trying to see what it really is, and if it really actually measures up to the things that you're wanting to get out of love, or you're wanting to get out of your relationship or out of your life. And it's just doesn't seem like it's really measuring up. The next card that we have is a Moth card. I feel like there's a lot of situations in your relationship just on a daily basis, just little things that happen throughout the day that are meaningless, harmless. But because this isn't the right person, they're giving you this icky feeling. It kind of maybe annoys you a lot. And these are like little harmless things. But you know how when you're not with the right person and the little thing just can kind of like annoy you or set you off or make you feel like, ugh. You know, whereas if you really love somebody and they were the right person, those little things are things that you're like, oh, it's kind of annoying, but whatever, you know, like you'll move on with your day. But for you, it just gives you this icky feeling that you can't really shake off. And I think, Leo, that, I mean, you could give it a bit of a try, but if it's making you feel icky and you've given this a try for a while, either you need to have a conversation about this to figure out what it is, or you need to do some self-exploration to figure out what's going on within you. But if after all of that, it just doesn't feel right, maybe you're making the right decision here. Actually, I will say, Leo, okay, so the Buffalo is the final card. And I feel like this is kind of saying, like, you have put thought into this, you have really looked at this, and that's something that you should honor, that you really have thought about this. This isn't something that some of you may feel like you're making this decision very impulsively, very emotionally, very instinctively. Impulsively is probably the best word out of that. But really, you have been thinking about this, or this has been ruminating in your mind for a while. And I feel like this is probably a logical decision, even if you don't feel like it's logical, you feel like it's emotional. But I feel like you have been very calm and steady in your approach here. So based off of the cards, what I would say is, yeah, you're looking for greener pastures. This relationship is not making you feel good. And this is something that if you want to move on from, you should move on from. I'm just going to add in a little extra guidance that I was just getting, but I don't think it applies to the cards. But anyways, just what I was getting. You're doing a lot of looking at the relationship, looking at maybe the other person, looking at the situation. And that's good, because like with the Buffalo card, you've been looking at it and you've really taken your time with it and you're coming to very good conclusions. My only other thing that I would say is maybe also look within. And what I mean by that is you're looking at the relationship and why it doesn't work. But maybe look at the relationship and then look within about, why do I feel certain things? Why does this not feel good to me? Why does this not seem like what I'm looking for? And you don't have to change your decision off of what insights you come from in your inner reflection. But I think it will give you a lot of growth, that will a lot of changes in perception, a better understanding of the self, that then when you move on, if that's what you still choose to do, you have a better idea of what you are looking for and why. And you can be more solid in that, so that when something comes up to you that isn't what you're looking for, you're very confident to let that go, because without having to analyze it so deeply, because you've already done the inner analyzing work, and you become very in tune with what you're really looking for deep down and why certain things work or don't work for you. And you build that very strong trust with the self, to where you might not even bring in partners that don't come, or that aren't in alignment with what you're looking for, because they're so solid in it that they're not even going to show up in your life anymore. You're only going to get the ones that are ready to match you where you are. So that would be the only thing that I would share with you, Leo. So that concludes the YouTube video for my Leos for love for October 2021. If you would like a personal reading, you can find out more in the link in the description box below. And if you haven't already liked this video, please go ahead and hit a like, please subscribe, and share this video with anyone that you think it could help. And I will see you in my next one, Leo.